10 geography facts that prove Ireland is insane. What if I told you that there is a location where the sun doesn't set for hours in the summer? Cliffs climb taller than skyscrapers, and rivers vanish underground. That location is Ireland, a country so enigmatic and inherently strange that it seems like something from a dream film. 1. The Cliffs of Moher, where land touches the sky. Let's start with one of the most jaw-dropping places on Earth, the Cliffs of Moher. Rising over 700 feet above the Atlantic Ocean and stretching for 14 kilometers, these cliffs are Ireland's most iconic natural wonder. When you stand at the edge, it feels like the world is unfolding beneath your feet. Endless waves crashing into stone walls sculpted by millions of years of erosion. On windy days, the mist can rise so high that it feels like the ocean is breathing beneath you. These cliffs have even starred in Hollywood films like Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince and the Princess Bride. 2. The River Shannon, the river that disappears. Ireland's River Shannon is famous for being the longest river in the country, stretching over 360 kilometers. But here's the twist. Parts of it actually vanish underground. In the Kilcoth Mountains, water seeps through limestone caves, travels below the surface, and reappears miles away. Scientists call this a disappearing river, a rare geological phenomenon caused by Ireland's karst landscape, soft rock that erodes easily over time. Third Giant's Causeway, nature's Lego block. Imagine walking on 40,000 perfect hexagonal stones that fit together like a massive Lego set. That's the Giant's Causeway, located in Northern Ireland, one of the most famous geological wonders on Earth. Formed 50 to 60 million years ago from volcanic lava cooling rapidly, these basalt columns look so precise, it's hard to believe they weren't man-made. But Irish legend tells another story, that a giant named Finn McCool built the causeway to walk to Scotland and fight his rival, Benandonner. When Benandonner saw how huge Finn was, he fled back, tearing apart the bridge behind him. 4. The Burren, a stone desert full of life. If you think deserts can't bloom, you've never seen the Burren in County Clare. This vast gray landscape stretches over 250 square kilometers and looks like the surface of the moon, all cracked limestone and jagged rocks. But hidden in those cracks are over 1,100 species of plants, including flowers from both the Arctic and the Mediterranean. How do they survive? The limestone traps heat and moisture, creating tiny microclimates that support life in impossible conditions. 5. Croagh Patrick, the Mountain of Faith. Every July, nearly 100,000 people climb Croagh Patrick, a sacred mountain in County Mayo. What's insane? Many of them do it barefoot. This tradition goes back more than 1,500 years to when St. Patrick himself fasted on the summit for 40 days. Since then, the climb has become a spiritual pilgrimage, a test of strength, faith, and endurance. Standing 2,500 feet tall, the view from the top is unbelievable. Dozens of tiny islands scattered across Clew Bay. 6. Endless summer sunsets. Ireland's summers bring a phenomenon that's both beautiful and bizarre. Sunsets that seem to last forever. In June and July, the sun sets so slowly in northern regions that twilight lingers until almost midnight. The sky shifts from gold to pink to deep violet, painting a scene that looks straight out of a dream. This happens because of Ireland's northern latitude. It's so far from the equator that daylight stretches for nearly 18 hours in summer. Ancient Celts believed these long twilights were portals between worlds, moments when time stood still. Even today, watching a sunset in Ireland feels like touching something otherworldly. 7. The Land of Sheep, more sheep than people. Here's a fun fact. In many parts of Ireland, especially in Donegal, Kerry, and Galway, sheep outnumber humans by up to 10 to 1. These fluffy residents roam freely across green hills, winding roads, and even beaches. Ireland's mild climate and lush grasslands make it the perfect paradise for grazing animals. Locals joke that sheep are the real landlords of the countryside. It's not uncommon to find them blocking the road, casually ignoring honking cars. It's one of those quirky, charming facts that make Ireland's rural life so unforgettable. A land ruled by wool and wonder. 8. Lough Neagh, the Giant's Water Bowl. Lough Neagh isn't just a lake. It's the largest freshwater lake in the British Isles, covering an area of 392 square kilometers. It's so vast that when you stand on one side, you can't even see the other. The lake supplies drinking water to nearly 40% of Northern Ireland's population and is home to ancient species of fish found nowhere else on Earth. According to legend, Finn McCool, yes, the same giant from the Causeway, created the lake by scooping out a chunk of earth, and that chunk became the Isle of Man. Whether myth or geology, it's another reason Ireland's landscapes feel larger than life. 9. Skellig Michael, the island from Star Wars. Far off Ireland's southwestern coast lies Skellig Michael, a jagged, isolated island that rises dramatically from the Atlantic Ocean. In the 6th century, monks built stone beehive huts on its cliffs and lived there for centuries, surviving fierce storms and total isolation. Today, the island is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and can only be reached by boat. And if it looks familiar, that's because it's featured in Star Wars, The Last Jedi as Luke Skywalker's hideout. Standing there feels like stepping back in time or into another galaxy. Few places in the world combine history, spirituality, and cinematic beauty the way Skellig Michael does. 10. Magnetic Hill, the road that defies gravity. Finally, we reach one of Ireland's strangest secrets. Magnetic Hill near Dundalk. Here's the weird part. When you stop your car at the bottom of the hill and put it in neutral, it appears to roll uphill all by itself. Locals once believed it was caused by mysterious magnetic forces, but scientists discovered it's actually an optical illusion. The layout of the surrounding landscape tricks your eyes. What looks uphill is actually downhill. Still, watching your car defy gravity is mind-blowing. It's one of those uniquely Irish experiences that blends science, magic, and a sense of wonder all at once. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.